One of the most frustrating situations is living paycheck to paycheck because it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing anything wrong. You can have a job, you can be responsible, you can be paying your bills on time and still feel like you're barely keeping up, like everything you earn is already spoken for. And the moment money comes in, it's already going out. And that cycle just repeats over and over again. And I think a lot of people assume the solution is to just make more money. And yes, that can help. But it doesn't automatically fix the problem because the real issue isn't just income, it's the gap. The gap between what you make and what you spend. And if that gap doesn't exist, nothing changes, no matter how much you earn. Because everything expands to fill it. Your lifestyle adjusts, your expenses rise, and you end up in the same place, just with bigger numbers. So the goal isn't just to earn more, it's to create a gap, even a small one, because that gap is what breaks the cycle. That's what gives you the breathing room. That's what allows things to change. And the way you do that isn't by overhauling your entire life. It's by making small adjustments here and there that you can actually maintain. For example, instead of trying to cut everything out at once, you just pick one area, just one thing, something simple. Maybe it's eating out a little less. Maybe it's that one subscription that you can let go. Maybe it's just one habit, one bad habit, maybe. Not everything, just one. Because when you try to change everything, you burn out. But when you change one thing, you can actually stick to it. And I think that's what matters. Because consistency creates the gap, not intensity. The second thing here is the timing. Because people spend first and then see what's left at the end, but that usually leaves to nothing being left. So instead, you flip it. You take a small amount right when you get paid and move it somewhere else before anything else happens, before spending starts, before decisions get made. And again, it doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to be consistent, right? Because that changes the pattern. And once the pattern changes, everything else starts to follow. The third thing here, accepting that this takes time. This is where people get discouraged because they expect to feel different quickly. But financial progress is slow. It builds gradually. And in the beginning, it barely feels like anything's happening. But if you stay consistent, you eventually reach a point where things feel different, where you're not constantly stressed out, where you're not constantly reacting to everything, where you actually feel like you're getting ahead, even if it's just a little. And I think that's the big shift, because once you feel that, you don't want to go back. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, it doesn't mean you're stuck. It just means the gap doesn't exist yet. And once you create that, even in a small way, that's when things start to really change for you.